y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, y'all. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86 TV is the Twitter handle. And if you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live show. We live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, live every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then you can also catch me live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. But without further ado, man, let's get it popping. Let's get in our video. And today, I want to talk about Tszyu. He making his USA debut. And he doubling down and he's saying some things that I've been trying to tell people for the past 2 days. But, you know, for whatever reason, Terrence Crawford fans, they don't want to listen to your boy when I spit these facts. But we going to continue to spit them. And, you know, when we prove them right over time, hopefully people will just give me my flowers, you know, and admit that your boy kind of got his ears to the ground when it comes to this boxing shit. So, Tszyu said a lot in a recent interview. He said that he wanted to come to America because if you want to be world champion, if you want to be great, if you want to be uncomfortable, and you really want to chase the apex of being a boxer, you got to come to America because this is where you get your shine on. And you know he's 100% correct in saying that shit. Another thing he touched on was his whole WBO debate, right? So for those of y'all that don't know, Terrence Crawford was elevated to the WBO Super Champion. Some think that means he gets to skip the line and automatically get a shot at Castano or Charlo, whoever wins their fight. And this is not the case because the WBO has already called a mandatory in the 154-pound division last summer, and Tszyu is the mandatory challenger. And Tszyu is letting y'all know right now what time it is. And let's just hear what he had to say, bro. He says, look, man. He says, look, I'm the WBO mandatory challenger. Whatever the boys decide to do next after their rematch, that's their choice. If they want to lose their title, the winner can face me once the WBO mandates the fight. Or they can just give it up. All I know is my next fight will be for a world title. It says Tszyu has served as the #1 contender to Castano's WBO title for several months, emerging as the mandatory challenger last summer. The delay in the fight being ordered came with all 4 sanctioning bodies agreeing to allow Castano and Charlo, the reigning lineal WBC, WBA, and IBF champion, to enter an immediate rematch following their disputed split decision draw last July. The WBO was prepared to call for Castano versus Tszyu fight after the biceps injury suffered by Castano forced a postponement of the originally scheduled March 19th rematch, with Tszyu and Terrell Gausha due to have served as the co-feature. Tszyu's team even filed a formal appeal calling for the mandatory title fight, but eventually reached an agreement with PBC to include a lucrative stay busy fight. Tszyu getting the shot, bro. After Charlo and Castano fight, the winner is going to have to fight Tszyu, or they going to vacate and Tszyu going to be fighting for that vacant belt. Now, Crawford could move up, use his super status to fight Tszyu for a vacant WBO title, but if the champion, if the winner of Castano and Charlo, or if it's a draw and Castano keeps his belt, if one of those two still had a belt, bro, they fighting Tszyu. So this notion that Crawford could move up and fight the winner and skip over Tszyu is 100% patently false, bro. And you got to stop spreading these false narratives and do a little bit more research and understand what's going on in the sport. But we offer that. Tszyu, he would know more than you who disagree with me, and he would know more than me. And he telling y'all what it is. And the WBO was already about to mandate him to fight when Castano got his little bicep injury. That's why Castano and Charlo had to agree by May 14th. Because the WBO told them, if y'all don't agree by May 14th, Castano about to have to fight Tszyu. So that's who they pressing for their mandatory, bro. Just so we all on the same page so we can keep it real and just talk about facts, bro. I understand Terrence Crawford fanboys. I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford, but you got a lot of fanboys that just, they want to push him so bad, bro. They want him to be at the top so bad and just say shit without doing the proper research and understand what's going on in the sport. So I thought that was important to say on this video. Now, as far as Tszyu, I love what I'm seeing from guys like him, what I'm seeing from guys like Jaron Boots Ennis. These are guys that are at 147 pounds, 154 pounds respectively. They're looking at the lay of the land. Jaron Boots Ennis said, look, I can do whatever I want to do. I could go to Top Rank. Probably get a good bag, bro. Probably get some high-ass guarantees. I could go to the Zone, get a good bag, get some high-ass guarantees. But all of the smoke is over here on Showtime. And I don't really want a promoter, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to still indirectly deal with the PBC by signing to the network that their fighters fight on. Right? So that way it's easy for me to get the smoke. I'm removing roadblocks, I'm removing impediments, and I'm going to get this shit popping. So that way, when my IBF mandatory is called, assuming I can beat Custio Clayton for this IBF eliminator that Jaron Boots Ennis is fighting in, assuming I can defeat him, right? I'm in position to be able to negotiate with the IBF champion, who is currently Errol Spence right now. Or, if you're Denis Ugas beats Errol Spence, him. You know what I'm saying? I'm in position to get all this smoke that I want. And then I'm Jaron Boots Ennis. I'm young. I'm moving up to 154. They also got all the fighters over there on the PBC and on Showtime for me to fight at 154. So, smart move by him. Same thing for Tszyu. I'm Australian. I got a big name because of my pops, Kasazu, and now I'm making my own way. I beat the shit out of Jeff Horn. I beat the shit out of Dennis Hogan. I done beat the shit out of some world-class fighters that, you know, aren't contenders, but they're world-level fighters that the typical fighter, average fighter can't beat. I win and I crush their ass. So now, I'm looking at the lay of the land. I'm Tszyu. Shit, I can come over here. I'm sure Top Rank want to sign me. They want to sign me, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I could get a DAZN deal. But I'm looking and I'm seeing, damn, PBC got all the belts. They got all the fighters. They got the high-level 154-pounders, the low-level 154-pounders, the contenders that are in position to become champions, like Lubin and Fundora. They got them. They got Rosario. They got Julian J. Rock Williams. They got Jerry Hurd, Castano, Troy. They got all the smoke I could ever want at 154 pounds. So I'm gonna go mess with them, because that's the smoke that I want. I don't care what anybody tells me, bro. And one thing that people can't get around that's a 100% fact. You can't guarantee yourself the fights, regardless of what fighter you are. But what you can guarantee is putting yourself in a great position. What you can guarantee is making the business easy to be done. When you look at situations like Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, because there were no impediments, because they were under the same banner, right? You couldn't play the politic game, and we were able to see clearly that Keith Thurman just didn't want no smoke. We was able to see clearly that Keith Thurman didn't want no smoke. Sean Porter was forced into smoke. Danny Garcia was forced into smoke, and they waited till they thought they saw some vulnerability in Errol Spence. If you Tszyu, we can see who really wants smoke with you and who really don't, because there's no impediments. There's no other promoter. There's no other network and stuff. You went over there right where the smoke is at, bro. No politicking needed. You right there where the smoke is at. If you Jaron Ennis, you went and did the same thing. That's why I'm respecting how Tszyu is moving right now. I respect him much more than what I'm seeing out of Conor Benn, bro. Straight up and down, like both of these dudes, one coming from Australia, one coming from the UK. Both of these dudes are looking at the lay of the land, and Conor Benn is cool over there beating up on bums, bro. No disrespect, or has-beens, or people that done already been ran through. And what I'm thinking the play is going to be, watch Conor Benn. If he's able to beat Chris Van Heerden, he's going to start getting on the mic, calling out fighters that are on other networks, other promotional companies that are very hard fights to make and not big enough to even be made, because he ain't a big enough star and the person he calling out ain't a big enough star. If Conor Benn really wanted smoke like that, he would do what guys like Tszyu is doing. He would look at the lay of the land and say, oh, you got all the 147-pounders? I'm young. I'm going to grow into 154. You got all the 154-pounders? Sign me up. I'm coming over there. I don't want no excuses. I want all the smoke. But instead, Conor Benn is calling out Adrian Broner. He's fighting Chris Van Heerden, who Jaron Boots Ennis and Errol Spence already ran through. He fought Chris Algieri, who Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence already ran through. He fought Samuel Vargas, who Vergil Ortiz already crushed. We're seeing a pattern with this young man. He fought Sebastian Formella, who already got his ass whooped by Sean Porter. We're seeing a pattern with this young man. Tszyu is here for the smoke. I respect it. Can't wait to cover his fight and watch him fight on Saturday night. And we're going to see if he really is. Now, the caveat is you got to win. Terrell Gausha ain't no pushover. He ain't no pushover, but, you know, I like how Tszyu is moving. And if you give me any fighter, I don't give a damn about their creed, ethnicity, their religion, where they from, who their mama is, who their daddy is. I don't care about none of that. If you going for the smoke, it's two things knockout gonna always respect. If you putting yourself in position to get the smoke, number one, and number two, when you face adversity, win, lose, or draw, you swinging 10 toes down coming forward. Those two things, I'ma always respect. Even if you get fired, knocked from your ass, you gonna get respect from me after the fight because you went out like a soldier. Blair Cobbs, I thought he was a clown. I thought he did some clown shit. I thought he got his ass whooped. But moving forward, every time I talk about that man and how Alexis Rocha got his ass whooped, I'ma always say, but damn it, he got my respect because he went out throwing punches, trying to go forward, going out on his shield. He was such a warrior. He was even trying to throw punches at the damn referee, bro. He was trying to throw punches at the referee. So he ain't had no quit in him, bro. But when you pull that Chris Colbert shit, I'ma dog your ass out because you went out like a whole sucker and a whole coward, bro. So you got to try to come get some respect back. So respect to Tszyu. I like what he's saying. He's spitting nothing but facts. What I've been trying to tell you, the only way you can move up through the WBO, whether you a super champion or a regular champion, the only way you can move up and fight immediately for the belt if no mandatory has been called. If a mandatory has been called, you cannot use that clause until that mandatory has been completed, bro. These is facts. The only thing he can do is if he move up, he could fight Tszyu, and the WBO could potentially order him and Tszyu to fight for an interim title to see who can become the mandatory for those WBO titles, or if the belt gets vacated by the winner of Charlo and Castano, then Crawford can move up and he can skip the line and he can fight Tszyu for that vacant belt. But either way, Tszyu 100% is getting a shot at the WBO title at 154 pounds before anyone else does. That includes Terrence Crawford. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. I appreciate everybody watching the videos. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here, y'all. Peace.